Last week, Cedar Hill's Joyner Holmes had two huge games for the Longhorns. She netted 32 points against Mansfield and followed that effort up with a 26-point night against South Grand Prairie as Cedar Hill planted themselves in second place in District 8-6A. Holmes has been a tough girl to defend throughout her Longhorn career, and she proved it last week as she scored in a variety of ways. For her efforts, Joyner Holmes is this week's MVP.
Joyner joins us now with her coach, Nicole Collins. Joyner, here you go. Congratulations. That is an MVP bobblehead. What do you think about the look? Did we get it right?
Yes, you got it right. I like the headband and the rolled up on the shorts.
See, that's the toughest part. That's the new trend, right? How did that get so trendy, the rolling up of the shorts thing?
I don't know. I really don't like my shorts to touch my knees when I play, so I just roll them up.
Okay.
So where they don't touch.
Well, right on. That's awesome. Incredible week last week. You're the obvious leader of the Lady Longhorns. How much do you cherish that role of being the leader?
I cherish it a lot. When I first started, I didn't really accept it, but now at the age of I'm 17 and I'm a senior, I have to cherish it. It's really hard. It's difficult. Like they say, putting your team on your back. I guess I'm putting my team on my back, but my teams, they recovered very well. I mean, we have some sick players out right now, but we're doing pretty well. We're hanging in there, so.
And, Coach, it would be easy for someone as tall as she is to just put her in the paint and let her do her work, but she can run the offense almost as a point guard. How special of a talent do you have here?
Oh, man. I mean, you can't even put it into words. This is the kind of player that you get once in a lifetime. I mean, she's so versatile, and she literally can play the 1 through the 5 in high school. And so we try to make sure that we utilize her in her strengths and make sure we're putting her in different positions to be able to score because she can take advantage everywhere on the floor.
Where is she most dangerous?
You know what, I'll say this. I think her mid-range game has improved tremendously from the summer, and that's something we've seen a drastic improvement on this year. But, I mean, I still feel like when you're 6'3" and you can jump like she can, and she's got the strength that she has, get her inside, get her in the paint, and there's not much anybody can do with her.
Smart. Yeah, that's why she's one of the nation's best. All right, Joyner, you saw earlier Mr. Humphrey commit to Texas.
Yes.
That's where you're going.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. You're heading down there yourself to play for the Lady Longhorns. Why is that such a great fit for you?
I really just enjoyed the coaching staff. They've been recruiting me since I was in the middle of my 7th grade year, or going into my 8th grade year. So I just really enjoyed the coaching staff. My best friend from Mesquite Horn, Jada Underwood, she's also going to be attending there. So, and the coaching staff and the players, it's just a great fit, and I love it. I love the atmosphere when I'm down there, so yeah.
And they're good. They've got rich history. Yeah. What do you plan to bring to that Longhorn program?
They play pretty fast, so I like playing fast. So I just want to just have fun and go down there and just have a great 4 years there. I love my coach, so it'll just be fun.
And, Coach, this is the stretch run of the season. The regular season is almost over, district play, and you got a big game coming up on Tuesday. What do you look at for the next couple of weeks here as you get into the playoffs?
I mean, for us, it's always about us. We always emphasize it's about what Cedar Hill does and what we don't do, and just making sure that we're always putting in what we want out of it in practice and just really pushing that work ethic and staying consistent, because that's one thing we've always tried to tell our girls is that the teams that make it deep and make those deep runs, they're consistent in what they do. And it's not necessarily about, having the best player or being the most athletic team. It's the team that's consistent. And that's what we've been preaching all year long. And I think that we're gradually getting better at that. And we've got a big game coming up on Tuesday. And I just look at every game as it's a preparation for the playoffs.
And Tuesday is against Duncanville,
yes,
which will be fun. All right, I'm not going to ask you how you beat them, but what is it like? I'll ask both of you to play in a game like that where Cedar Hill and Duncanville, that's awesome. It's
a big game. It's always a large crowd, a very large crowd. So you just have to control yourself, control your emotions, and just go into it knowing that you're going to play like you normally know how to play and just lead your team to a victory. That's all I can say.
And, Coach, you have to coach in this one. That's tough.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what? That's the kind of game that you live for. I mean,
right,
that's what you want. I mean, you're going against a good team, and they're coached by a great coach, and so, that's what we want. And Joyner's done a great job, like I said, this year, of just really stepping up and putting her team on her back, and that's just what we expect on Tuesday, and it's going to be about what we do, and that's what we're going to focus on, what Cedar Hill does.